Okay, nobody needs this many candles.
By imagining wealth, I can evoke prosperity out of the universe.
By concentrating on profit, I can invite wealth into my life.
What could that have been? Feels fine. That was a nice warm-up.
By concentrating on profit, I can
Gotta
invite
keep
wealth
going.
into my
I can
life.
feel my inner negativity seeping out of me.
The Prophet's treatments are intense. I nearly collapsed during the last session.
The Prophet's treatments are intense. I nearly collapsed during the last...
Hello. Welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's Private Prosperity Retreat. Stay positive and... At least, that's what I keep telling myself. If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, linger in your malaise no longer. We have all the amenities and practices for calming the ill humors strength. Sit for hours in our sweat house and sweat them out. Or stand amidst burning coals and feel your product. And remember, think positive. Positivity. Of course, I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her... She's promised me that I'd be allowed to open my own branch. Of course, I've been waiting on someday soon for coming up on... Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I had a cramp. I mean, it might be nice if I had a little inclination of whether the Prophet appreciated all the cooking and cleaning and... But whatever she thinks isn't for me to question. Oh my. Yes, this is important enough for me to... Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the Prophet was completely despondent. Even the... However, we recently had a high-profile visitor whose... I'm actually not entirely certain. It was a surreptitious visit that stood out because it was surreptitious. Whoever it was must have paid the... At least that's the only reason I can think of. Well, by and large, no. But something rather... A few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the Prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. I was here at the retreat in the company of the other disciples, which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the Prophet, who will, I'm sure... Actually, before you go, I want to report something suspicious. I noticed the Prophet dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after that high-profile guest arrived. Normally, I'm the one who does her laundry, so it was strange. Especially because whatever she was dragging seemed oddly... human-shaped. I could have, but I generally don't have the time or energy to leave the reserve to contact anyone. The Prophet hasn't been herself lately. But if I misinterpreted the situation and reported her improperly, I'd ruin my chances for opening my own... I think so.
I'm going to absolutely murder the next quarterly report.
About time somebody came the hell back. I notice you're not spattered in blood, which doesn't bode... I hope you're not about to tell me you lost... You better not mean to tell me you've lost your contract. I swear, if you think I'm just... Wait, I don't recognize your voice. You weren't with the other hunters, were you? Pardon my tomfoolery, stranger. I see I've mistaken you for someone else. Victoria Foxworth, Rizzo's executive clerical act. Might I ask what brings you to the reserve? A professional, I see. I don't know anything about any murder, but you might... There's a particular task that my hunters haven't yet been capable enough to complete. As you may be aware, Slug currently owns the reserve, but there's an ex-Rizzo's employee currently in possession of the land grant for the entire complex. Insult to injury from Slug, and evidence that this complex is ripe. This particular individual is up there in years. His mind is failing. Leaving the land grant to him is like leaving it in the trash. Solve the situation however you like, so long as you bring me the land grant. The target in question lives out in the woods. Exactly where, I'm not certain.
By imagining wealth, I can evoke prosperity out of the universe.